Hi, this is not darkness because terrorist Al Qaeda upstairs or the white nationalist one. It's because there's, like I said, serious probability of revenge, all right, on America by Iran. So I got my green light. You need to go ahead and just keep it nice and quiet and calm in here with your lights, your pretty little lights out. This house, what I already said, so this house, so that they know about this house. These are Iranians. All right, especially with her upstairs. So this, I get the guidance to go ahead and put it online. I do have a light going a little bit in the other room, so it's not as dark as it's captured here on the film. I got some like mood light. It's all right. I'm not sitting in darkness. I'm just stop. This is all you see is a silly little capture of a cell phone video here. Okay. The other night, I tell General all this, but the other night, there was. I'm not gonna get into too detail, but there's a lot of detail involved in this. Same as tonight. Basically, tonight's worse. There's actual agents. All right, and these are like combat type, like special ops, like that stuff. There's different agents, right? Yeah, classifications, but these ones are like very highly dangerous if they're evil. If they're evil from bad countries, evil folk, then yeah, it's something you want to steer away from. Folks like that. Oh, absolutely. I would suggest that until these nations that are evil stop making these fucking special ops forces to fight for evilness in the world. We'll get there. Okay, so that's what's going on with all three, Russ, Gwen, and Jasmine Morrison now. Iran has called them all off. Okay, this is what gets weird. The first night, it was the other night, man. It was during the presidential debate. That's the night, okay? I couldn't go online. Iran had worked something out with Howard and with certain, like however the network, right? Al Qaeda. That if I would have tweeted about Trump, and it wasn't coming from the White House, Trump was at the debate and all his idiots were there with him. This is to give you insight to how Al Qaeda works, and I know this, but I don't, and I will not write a book on terrorism because I'm not an expert at this. Do not think I'm an expert. If you think I'm an expert, it's going to blow your mind with people like Mossad and the general and people at the Pentagon. There's good ones, American, U.S. Armed Forces. They're the experts on this, all right? I can just kind of have a meeting of the minds with them, so at least they can work with me, all right? And I can work with them. But, hold on, the screeching metal I can't ignore that, so I'm going to wait for that to finish. Take a little puff of my vape. It's got to go down to it's a real doozy, that garage door. Don't feel fucking bad for people around here. That's why I rank on them and I'm so vicious. These people are far right, white nationalists here. Right? And they're all methed out. They don't deserve any kind words. Ever, ever, ever. Okay, a standpoint. It's so hard to fucking do that in this fucking neighborhood. Where was I? Okay, so the first night, I'm just going to pick it up, all right? The first night during the presidential debate, Al Qaeda had something, if I would have tweeted out about Trump, or tweeted basically anything, so I just didn't. I stayed offline. They were going to come bring up dirty medics and take me away. This is the thing. They got to give me, this. They've been doing this for years. I mean, my crowd, the counterterrorism crowd knows that. They're trying to pull the mental illness thing on me forever to really do bad things to me, dude. If they can give me a loan and haul me off, it's very frightening. But clearly you can't legally do that. But we got some real bad players in the city, so Al Qaeda had been waiting and working this out. The reason why they're doing all this now, remember the premise, is because they're trying to attack our country, and they got to get me out of the picture. They got to get the general out of the picture. They have a list of people they don't need in their fantasy caliphate. trying to stop them. Okay, you get it now? All right, so they had this all worked out. So it was like a 2-hour window, 3-hour window, where I had to not go online because they had somebody on, like, whatever the word, waiting, on standby or something, waiting. And they would have done that, some real illegal shit. Also, that was coordinated, because this should give you insight into Al Qaeda. Like, they're really fucking organized. That was coordinated with, I forget the number. Fuck, I don't take notes on this. I don't need to right now. Okay, a couple guys are gonna come up here. There was a call that she was actually on. Remember when I said I messed her call up? That's why I messed her call up, because that guy she was on a call with was like, my guidance while I was down here was really close to actually killing her up there. Is like this the first time you've heard that? A hooker that gets killed by a John? No. I turned the heavy metal up because it was my green light time. Go, freak him out, freak him out. I had done some other things I think I had put up to the text or something like that. So I freaked him out because he wasn't just a John. He was trying to actually, in theory, in guidance, kill Jasmine for the HIZZBOLAH, for Iran. Okay? Because I allege, in guidance in theory, be careful with the social media, I know that, and there's so many evil people. I allege she is a terrorist, all right? She's a prostitute, but a terrorist. She's in a terrorist cell. Anyway, so I played that, and that's what I put online that night. I didn't put anything about that guy, what my real guidance was, that I told General in here, or any of that. But this is the thing. I put it on about her, how I'm messing up her calls with the Slayer, the heavy metal, and she doesn't like that because that's all she was aware of at the time. I'm down here getting guidance that guy was going to kill her. And this is what I wanted to share. My green light was go ahead and share it. But be careful with my words because there's so many evil people. This is the predicament I'm in. Wait, the screeching metal? Please no. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Hey, this is the predicament I'm in, and I'm in it again tonight. I'm by myself in here, okay? This chick, like I've said, I did say this on video, and I've known this this is day 3 now, has people allegedly, presumably, probably, all these words so they don't fucking jump all over me. In theory, all this, in guidance, coming here to assassinate her or execute her or kill her, however you want to call it, because she's involved with terrorists, okay? This is like a big Al-Qaeda gang fight. No, Al-Qaeda fight. I'm trying to minimize it so people don't jump all over me and shoot the messenger. So maybe I don't need to, right? So let's I would like to freely speak, but I am cautious of that. This is Al-Qaeda fight. Let's just say, I'm trying to minimize it. It's not an Al-Qaeda fight. It's really serious. She can't be arrested by the counter-terrorist legitimate officers in the United States. This woman cannot be arrested as far as the president of Iran and the Ayatollah. And there's a new Iranian general. He's even worse than the other one. He's worse. And we need to rid the planet of these folks because the good general that I know, and the Pentagon, the good folks there, they don't need the headache of these fucking guys in Iran and Saudi Arabia. And they don't need the fucking headache anymore, right? These are good humans that don't need this headache anymore. The new Iranian general is even worse than the old one. But this is a serious problem. So this chick who knows all this stuff cannot, as far as these folks in Iran, be apprehended and questioned and interrogated by counter-terrorist officers here in the United States, okay? This cannot happen. So that's why that night that I put online at that point in time, the only thing I put up was that night was the Slayer and stuff that I had done. But what I was really down here aware of was this whole other possible scenario, okay? And so I just sat down here kind of like, whoa. There was a lot of guidance to get, but I'm glad that I get it, okay? So I knew don't tweet because you might be vulnerable to some real illegal actions taken on you. Just stay down here low, and while you're staying down here low, there's some more guidance we have for you. This guy up there ain't just a regular John. She's bringing in jihadists and stuff to have it out for her. And this is the predicament I'm in. I'm sorry for the third time I'm finally getting back to it. The predicament I'm in is when these, same as tonight, when these agents, these are agents this time tonight, the Iranians, it's gone up the ante, man. When these guys come here, because I'm by myself, I can't call no 911 after or during any sort of violence I might hear and witness. You get it? You can figure out why, right? Because then that puts me in the line of fire, because for one, they're in the house. That should be clear. And this is what I don't quite understand that the experts will get. They are not coming in here. I think some of it has to do with the house being so secure with the general and all the stuff that the experts get. I'm kind of still foggy on as to why. These agents and the other John, who wasn't a John, aren't coming in here for me. They're coming in here for Gwen, Russ, and Jasmine. They can't have these three getting questioned by counterterrorism officers. If I get in the way, they'll take me out. So that's my predicament. So if I hear anything, I have to stay in here and be quiet. Now, the night with the debate was like really particular, because my guidance was, don't call any authorities ever about it. Let the bodies be discovered by somebody else, because there's so many 30 federal agents and just this mess, right? That if I were to involve myself in it, they'd come after me even more than they already focus on every day. It'd be highly dangerous for me even more. Do you understand? So this is a horrible predicament to be in, right? In guidance, I'm thinking, dude, please don't let this come to reality, dude. Don't let this actually play out, Jesus. But thank you for the guidance. But I don't want to be in a predicament like that with a dead body of Jasmine upstairs and dead people, and I'm not able to fucking call no cops to do nothing. Another thing that was interesting was I don't remember all the complete details, but that night, if I were to have done that, they'd come back and burn the house up. If I were to call 911 at any point and say, I witnessed something scary, you need to maybe come here, hello, you need to bring the police, I think there's something really bad happening. This is how Al-Qaeda's worked out all these scenarios, supposedly. If I were to do that, they would have come back after the police left and burnt the house down. There's evidence in here and stuff they don't want. This house, that's Al-Qaeda classic, to burn things down. So this is really serious, right? I'm in a really fucking weird situation, in theory, in guidance. And it's the same thing tonight. Tonight is 4 fucking trained special ops HIZZBOLAH guys. 1 on Russ, 1 on Gwen, 1 on Jasmine. The one in Jasmine's assignment ramsacks her room to take stuff, not just take her out. So my guidance is, you're going to hear all that, and you're supposed to sit down here and be nice and dandy and quiet. And then my guidance was the same thing. Don't call nobody. You have to sit down here. Now, me and the general would know. And they got to know, these HIZZBOLAH, these special ops agents, that I tell him this. He's pretty much right there. So I don't think they really would actually come through with it and come to this house and do that, because General and the U.S. Armed Forces would love to get their hands on 4 trained HIZZBOLAH agents and Jasmine and Gwen. They would love this. But then my guidance is, no, they'll do it. They'll come. This is serious. This is serious. They'll come for these bitches. So it's weird, right? I'm getting guidance on some very interesting stuff. So, but my predicament is the same. No matter what I hear, I'm supposed to sit here, not call 911 after hearing maybe a triple fucking homicide, and sit in here, dude. Or they'll come for me, man. Another thing, too, that this is what my guidance can be very detailed. This is not even 100% of the detail for both nights now. Before she moved that gadget, she moved it. So I'm better with my door, and I don't need to explain that. But because I put it online this morning, I've known about it since the presidential. Wait, before that, I've known about it. The presidential debate, they were using that gadget to watch me. Okay, you get it? Yeah, because they was. I swear to God, that John up there was not a fucking regular customer, man. He had something else he was planning. So they had that listening device working. Yeah, the house. So that's not a problem as far as green light guidance, right? And this green light's pretty serious, right? Okay, this green light stuff. Oh, I take it seriously. But if I'm in the hallway at the wrong fucking time and I see any of these guys, I'm done. I'm done. But they're still not coming here to pull their HIZZBOLAH agentship, which is really serious. Special ops, people like me, civilians like me, cannot compete with that. Okay, the bad ones, the evil ones, are not good. The good folks, that's a beautiful thing. But no, I don't need a whole bunch of bad, evil special ops, HIZZBOLAH guys. In the house. These fucking chicks are bringing some really fucking bad news around here. That's my guidance, man. I don't like living with these hookers. Okay, another thing. If I'm in the hallway, then they will take me out. But this is for the experts because they got to fill in the blanks for me. If I stay in here and I don't call no fucking authorities and let them ransack and take evidence and kill all these fucking terrorists of theirs and then rush out, I lived through it. What the fuck is that, right? It's fill in some blanks. I might get guidance on it later, but I got the green light that I can go ahead and share this on the public forum tonight. Now, I'm not a crazy schizoid, so let's not bring people to my house and use this as a legal reason. I do not believe concretely that HIZZBOLAH guys are coming here tonight at a certain time. Do I look like I believe concretely in that? I do not believe concretely that Iran's going to strike us with ballistic weapons. But I also am prepared for that. And I certainly am, as a civilian, prepared for that. Like, hey, if you give meditational guidance, there's nothing wrong with turning some mood lights on and saying, you know what, I got some guidance, we might get hit with ballistic weapons. Let me just turn some nice little mood lights on and I'm just going to chill. There's nothing wrong with that. And you have no legal right to haul me off to the loony bin for that, right? That's why it's a little dark in here. It has nothing to do with this theory I have about how Jasmine's bringing 4, because it went up, the ante. Now they've got 4 HIZZBOLAH. Fuck, dude, come in here. I mean, as far as Russ goes, he'll do anything for drugs and money. And he was all right for a while, but it wore off and they got to him. And now because of his, whatever the word for drugs and money, he got himself involved with fucking a Middle Eastern terrorist. Yup. And it's because of Gwen. She bring him here because for a while that was a circuit. Anyways, this is just very complicated, yes. The dynamics of, yes, but I don't want to get into all that. There's no reason for it. So I'm going to put this up. This chick is endangering everybody in this house. Well, let's not blame it solely on the Al-Qaeda member. We need to blame it also on the far right woman up here. These 2 women are endangering everybody else in this house. That I will say concretely, just alone with the drug activity and the traffic they bring in here. Okay? But I'm glad I could share my theory because it's bugging me, you know. I'm not in the dark because of that. It's not dark in here either. It's kind of nice. I got candles. It's very relaxing. But I'm glad I could share that because what kind of situation is that for me? I can't call because there's so many somehow they'll find out, dude. And they'll come for me and they'll burn the house. Do all kinds of fucking revenge fucking shit. Because it's really all about these 3. It's especially about her because she knows all these locations. Those ones I put up that say Jasmine knows, she literally knows. So, yeah. And she's probably going to bring people in as soon as she can. And the people she's bringing in, because she's so stupid, are goddamn agents. My guidance was she's bringing them here. She doesn't know they're goddamn fucking agents. Like, how is she meeting these people? All right? I mean, special ops, dude. Like, how do you meet that? Just call them up if you're a hooker. How is this? Okay? She thinks they're her friends, though, so that's the thing. She doesn't know they're going to fucking kill her and ransack everything and take stuff out of a room. There's apparently stuff in there they don't need there. They want it all out, and they want her and Gwen and Russ dead, dude. This is my guidance. This is my theory. So don't be bringing EMS to my house trying to haul me off, illegal people. I'm not convinced of this. But with the drugs and everything, dude, and the fucking violence coming from a room, she acts just like the other Al-Qaeda guy. That's the stuff he was doing. The guy would rage in this house, and he raged for however long. It was on my old account. It's documented every day. He was here. He fucking left within 1 week after I put online that he was a bona fide known terrorist on the watch list. He fucking was gone. Gone. She's behaving exactly like him now. She's slamming the doors. The whole house is fucking shaking. Bam, bam, bam. Floor. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, she's acting just like fucking him. She's fucking Al-Qaeda terrorist, dude. I'm pretty sure of it, all right? But that's what I mean. I'm not fucking loony. You don't have any right to come up here, haul me off. What I'm going to close with is the people who can define this, can prove this, verify this, are the counterterrorism experts, those officers. And I believe that she's on her way to talking to them, and they'll fucking define that. But from what I've witnessed as a civilian, I'm pretty sure of it, okay? Is that fair? Now get off my account. Stop threatening me with the mental health stuff and leave me alone. I made a very good chicken Alfredo. I'm tired of this fucking chick ruining my dinner and ruining every night I am here. I'm tired of it. I don't want to live with no far-right fucking terrorist or no Al-Qaeda fucking terrorist no more. All right. God bless America. Say goodbye.